The physical connection is electric, a wildfire. When you're together, the energy is off the charts and you can't get enough of each other. It's intoxicating. But then, when the passion cools and she walks out the door, you're left with a weird sense of emptiness. Something feels shallow, and a nagging question starts echoing in your mind. Is there anything deeper here? Is this real, or is it just a fleeting high? Are you investing your time, energy, and heart in a woman who's only interested in your body? Are you mistaking the intensity of physical desire for the depth of genuine love? It's a question that can leave any man feeling confused and uncertain. This confusion often comes down to our own brain chemistry. Lust often starts with a huge rush of dopamine, the neurotransmitter that drives pleasure, motivation, and reward. It's fast, intense, and all about the immediate thrill. Love, on the other hand, is like a slow-growing tree, nurtured by hormones like oxytocin, the cuddle hormone, which helps build trust, security, and deep emotional bonds over time. While both chemicals can play a role in each stage, you can think of it like this. Lust is a sprint. Love is a marathon. In this video, we're going to cut through that confusion. We're breaking down the 5 undeniable signs that what you're feeling is lust, not love. This isn't about judging desire, it's a natural, powerful force. This is about giving you the clarity to stop wasting your time on a dead end and start investing in a woman who can offer the true emotional intimacy you are searching for. So, if you've ever felt that disconnect, that feeling of being intensely wanted but not truly known, then stay right where you are. Because understanding these signs is the first step toward building something that actually lasts. All right, sign number 1, and it's a big one. Your entire connection revolves around the physical. When you think about her, what's the first thing that pops into your mind? Is it her laugh, her ambition, her kindness? Or is it her body, the way she touches you, and the thought of the next time you can be together? When it's lust, conversations often feel like a means to an end. You might talk about your day, but the dialogue always seems to circle back to flirting, innuendo, and setting the stage for intimacy. There's a noticeable lack of genuine curiosity about her inner world. You don't find yourself asking about her childhood, her biggest fears, her proudest moments, or what she dreams about for the future. And if you're being honest with yourself, you're not all that interested in the answers. A man falling in love is deeply curious. A man in lust is focused on gratification. This isn't to say that love is passionless. Not at all. But in a loving relationship, physical intimacy is an expression of an emotional bond that's already there. It's not the entire foundation. Love wants to connect with the whole person, not just the parts that bring immediate pleasure. If your time together is 90% physical and 10% everything else, you're not building a relationship with her soul. You're having a transaction with her body. You're chasing a feeling, not getting to know a person. That's a clear sign you're on the dopamine-fueled roller coaster of lust, not the steady path of love. The second sign is that your relationship seems to exist in a vacuum, totally cut off from the rest of your lives. Think about it. Where do you spend your time together? Is it almost exclusively at your place or hers behind closed doors? When a connection is based on lust, it's often kept in its own private box, separate from the real world. You haven't met her friends, and she shows zero interest in meeting yours. There's no talk of introducing you to family, and the idea of bringing her to a work event or even just a casual hangout with your buddies feels awkward or completely out of place. The relationship is compartmentalized. It's a secret, even if no one has said it out loud. Your dates are rarely actual dates. You're not going grocery shopping together, running errands, or just hanging out at a park. The activities are all designed around one main goal: privacy and physical intimacy. It's about creating an escape from reality, not building a shared life within it. A man who is falling in love wants to integrate you into his world. He is proud to be with you and wants the people in his life to see what he sees in you. He wants to share all kinds of experiences, the boring and the exciting, because it's all part of building a life together. Love wants to be a part of every corner of your life. Lust, on the other hand, only wants to occupy the parts that are convenient and fun. If your connection only thrives in the bedroom and seems to die in the light of day, that's a huge sign it doesn't have the substance to survive in the real world. Here's the third sign, and it's a major tell. Your attraction and interest completely tank the moment things get difficult or emotionally demanding. Lust thrives on fantasy. It's about the high, the excitement, and the perfect image you have of this person. Love, however, is grounded in reality and makes room for all the messy, imperfect parts of being human. So ask yourself, how do you react when she's not at her best? What happens when she's sick with the flu and looks like a mess? Or when she's had a terrible day at work and just needs to vent? What about when she's dealing with a personal problem and is sad or stressed out? If your first instinct is to feel annoyed, impatient, or just pull away, that's a massive red flag. A man in lust sees these moments as an obstacle. Her problems are a burden that gets in the way of the fun. You're not interested in being her emotional support system. You're just waiting for the coast to clear so you can get back to the good times. If your affection and attention are conditional only there when she's happy, sexy, and catering to your needs, it's not love. A man who truly loves a woman leans in when things get tough. He might not have all the answers, but his presence is steady. He sees her vulnerability not as a turnoff, but as a chance to connect on a much deeper level. He offers comfort and support because her well-being actually matters to him, separate from what she can do for him physically. Lust runs from trouble. Love weathers the storm. It's easy to desire someone when they're shining. True connection is measured by who is willing to sit with you in the dark. By the way, if this is hitting home for you and you're getting some clarity, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. My goal here is to give you the tools to build strong, fulfilling relationships, and your support helps me reach more men who need this message. Sign number 4 is that the future is a total blank. And I don't just mean you're not talking about marriage or 5-year plans. I mean you're not even talking about next month. There's no planning for a concert a few weeks away, or even making loose plans for the upcoming weekend. The entire focus of your connection is on the here and now. When you're in a state of lust, the idea of long-term anything is either terrifying or just doesn't cross your mind. If you try to picture a future with her planning a vacation, moving in, or even just being together a year from now, it feels forced or you just draw a blank. There's no real desire to build anything. The language you both use is always in the present tense. It's tonight, right now, or maybe later. There are no "we should" or "let's plan on" statements that go beyond the immediate future. That's because lust is driven by short-term gratification. It's a primal impulse designed for the moment. Love, by its very nature, is future-oriented. When you're falling for someone, you can't help but see them in your future. You start to unconsciously, and then consciously, weave them into your plans. You want to create new memories and experiences with them. A man who's in love isn't afraid to talk about the future because he genuinely sees his partner in it. It feels natural and exciting. If your conversations never stray beyond what's happening right now, and any attempt to plan ahead is met with a vague answer or a quick change of subject, it's because the connection itself has no future. It's a temporary arrangement, spoken or unspoken, designed to fill a present need, and that's it. The 5th and final sign is subtle but incredibly powerful. Pay attention to how you feel after you've been together. Lust often works on a chaotic cycle of extreme highs, followed by pretty rough lows. When you're about to see her, you feel a rush of excitement, an almost obsessive craving. That's the dopamine hit we talked about, your brain's reward system lighting up. But after you've been intimate and she leaves, what's left? Do you feel a sense of peace, connection, and warmth? Or do you feel a sudden emptiness, a hollowness, or even a wave of anxiety? This emotional crash is a classic sign of a dopamine-driven cycle. The high was in the chase and the gratification, and now that it's over, your brain is left wanting another fix. It's an unstable, anxious state. On top of that, when it's just lust, you often feel a sense of pressure to perform. You feel like you have to be on charming, impressive, and amazing in bed to keep her interested. You can't fully relax and be yourself because you're worried the real, unpolished you isn't what she's there for. Love, in contrast, creates a sense of calm and security. After spending time with someone you love, you feel fulfilled, content, and emotionally settled. There's a comforting feeling of safety and acceptance. You know you are valued for who you are, not just for the pleasure you can provide. You can be vulnerable, you can be quiet, you can be imperfect, and the connection is still there. Love doesn't leave you feeling empty. It leaves you feeling more whole. If you consistently feel a void after she's gone, it's probably because the connection itself is hollow. All right, let's bring it all together. The 5 signs that it's just lust are: the connection is almost entirely physical. It's all centered around the bedroom, with very little curiosity about who she is as a person. The relationship exists in a private bubble. You aren't a part of each other as social lives. Your time together is hidden away from the real world. Your interest fades. When challenges arise, you check out the minute she's sick, stressed, or emotionally vulnerable because it gets in the way of the fun. The future is a complete blank. There's absolutely no talk or desire to make plans that extend beyond right now. You feel anxious or empty. Afterward, the connection leaves you on an emotional roller coaster instead of feeling calm, secure, and fulfilled. Recognizing these signs isn't about shaming yourself or her. Lust is a natural part of being human. But mistaking it for love is a recipe for wasted time and heartbreak. The goal here is clarity. It's about being honest with yourself about what you really want. Do you want the fleeting high of a physical fling, or do you want the deep, lasting fulfillment of a true partnership? If you're looking for the latter for emotional intimacy, for a woman who loves your soul as much as your body, then you need the courage to walk away from situations that only offer the former. By recognizing what you don't want, you make space in your life to find what you do. You stop settling for someone who only wants a piece of you and start searching for the one who wants all of you. If this video gave you some much-needed clarity, do me a solid and hit that like button. More importantly, drop a comment below. Have you ever been in a situation like this? Sharing your story could be exactly what another guy needs to hear right now. And finally, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications for more no-nonsense advice on building the powerful relationships you deserve.